Today, I'm going to explain to you how to watch Beyblade Burst GT when it eventually comes out and give a breakdown on the preview, so let's begin. So obviously before we continue, let's try to beat our like goal. Our like goal is going to be 500 likes. Now, some people may have already done videos on it. I'm going to give a breakdown on first the preview, might even do a quick battle at the end, and I'm going to explain actually how to watch it. So this is our main protagonist. This is Dram, or I shouldn't say Dram. People are saying it's Drum. I guess that's what his name is, Drum? Koryu. So that is our main protagonist. He's the one who owns Ace Dragon and potentially other Dragon Cores. I don't know if he's actually going to use it in the anime, but just to mention that. He arrives at, I believe it is BC Seoul, and he seems pretty cool. I'm not too sure on his character. I haven't read the chapters, and I'm saying I haven't read the chapters because the anime and the manga might differ quite a bit with the continuity and as well as character and maybe how someone might act. So that's why I'm not 100% sure. So basically in the preview, we see him battling against Bushin Ashura, which I believe is owned by Amane Kushaha. I'm not saying the name right probably. So we do get a shot at the power-up animation, which is the bank animation for him. So this is probably the shot we're going to see every time when he's going to yell, "Go, Ace Dragon!" And then after he powers up. So that's pretty cool. And obviously on the bottom 4-5, April 5th is when the episode's going to come out. It is every Friday this time around, which is going to be a little bit different. So we're going to get episodes earlier in the week, and I guess there might be a little bit, no, actually it's not going to be as much wait. So what's really cool too is that you'll notice that the CG animation, it's just the core that's highlighted whenever he's doing the special move, which is pretty interesting. I think that means too that when the Bey powers up, they're going to focus on the Gachinko chip, and not like the whole Ace or Grand or Rock Core or whatever core it might be, which I think would make sense in a way since the spirit would come just from that little chip. It's not going to be the whole thing. It's just a detail I thought I should mention. So this sequence seems like it might be at the end when he's doing his special move. So you can see that the dragon comes charging in, which I don't know what type of dragon this is, but it does look really cool. You can see that he's powering up. And they mix around a lot of shots, so just because you see something earlier on than the other doesn't mean in the first episode you're going to see it like that. So what is cool too is that we actually do see Ace Dragon engulfed by this yellow aura. That's a little hard to tell. I'm pretty sure that's Ace Dragon regardless, but engulfed by yellow aura. No, that is. But it is really cool starting to see this mix of special effects and the CG animation. Like a lot of times it doesn't look too good. Like I wasn't really a fan of Dead Hades and Dead Phoenix for like the dark effect they applied on the Beys, but I think sometimes it can look really cool. So I don't know who this is, but this is her Shu lookalike. This does not mean it is a relative of Shu, right? Because I remember when Chozi first started, we all looked at Sue. I did this too. This was my fault too. I said, hell yeah, is that Shu with a new design? No, there are times where characters might look like other characters, but they aren't. Like people have said that Drum looks a lot like Iger, and he's not, obviously. But this shot looks like it might be a reaction to the battle, because when you look at this part, when the Bey is shining with that yellow aura, it could be the shot right after when they're trying to react to the battle. So this right here is Drum's launch, so it looks like he gets a launcher, he gets his ripcord this time around, doesn't need a string launcher. He sort of like pushes back for a second, then after he launches his Bey. So it's sort of like a little bit of a jump back with, I believe it is Amane who owns Bushin Ashura. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comment section. This blader basically sort of does, it reminds me of kind of like Kuza, even though he doesn't do a backflip. He jumps back and he launches his Bey. So it is cool. Is that we also see Volt's launch. Now Volt's launch, I'm not too sure if that's reusing some bank animation from his original, is it his Chozi launch, or is that the launch from Beyblade Burst God? They reuse a lot of times bank animation for the launches, and then after they actually give the character unique animation for it. Like Iga had the issue before with basically just reusing okay, well the whole thing was that they basically made it that Iga was copying Volt's launch, but in general with Beyblade Burst, they do reuse a lot of bank animation, so they might reuse animation from Season 1 and repurpose it for later characters and redraw it to make it look a little different. So this right here seems like it is a gag scene. I believe the person on the left looks like it might be. I'm not 100% sure. So some of it is obviously going to be speculation. It looks like the little brother of the person who does own Bushin Asura, or I guess just the brother. And we see Volt right here. So I don't think Volt. I think Volt might maybe appear at the start of the episode, and we might just see him show off Slash Valkyrie. But after that, I don't think he'll appear. I think the main battle for the episode 1 is going to be Asura versus Dragon. So this animation right here, it looks like it's going to be any time that Asura is going to call for a defensive counter. So think of like Fubuki whenever he calls for like Emperor Guard, I guess. And we can actually see that with how Dragon's trying to attack Asura, and it's sort of blocking it. It is really cool too. This seems right out. This might be right after the battle. This little gag scene, and I'm not actually too sure how the order goes. This might be before or after. You can see that, yeah, this does look like the little brother. He's holding the Bay form. So this part right here is really cool because East Dragon's like main special move seems like it actually spells out a D. D for Dragon, which I think is really cool. So this right here doesn't look like it's going to be the main special move when he like punches his fists together. This actually looks like this might be some sort of counter move, or this might actually be connected to the Dragon move. But overall, I am super excited. The animation seems really fluid, especially if they're going to be using a lot of bank. It's cool to see nice looking shots. My rule of bank animation is like, if you want to keep on using it for your show, just make it at least look really cool and fluid. And that, you know, we do get that a lot with bursts, and that's why I kind of like some of the battles. So the issue is, just like me, if you go to the official Beyblade channel, which I'm assuming they're launching it on there anyways, if it's the official Beyblade or the Takara, no, it's going to be the official Beyblade. Because I was going to say, because I remember I think I saw Takara tell me you have some episodes. Regardless, if you're trying to watch it, you can't because you're not in Japan, right? So I was able to view this since I was in Japan before, since I was actually there, so I could actually view it. So the issue is that you need to have a VPN, which is a virtual private network, if you don't know what that means. So this is what it looks like when you can't actually view it. So I'm going to give you 2 sites that you can use. Now, the thing is with VPN services is that they'll say free, but maybe some stuff might be actually limited and you might have to pay for it. And that's up to you, but I've seen there might be some services where they do offer it for free, or I'll give an alternate where you can constantly watch it for free, but you have to repeat a few things. So I've actually used this. This actually is an app, and this is on the site. This is called TunnelBear. So TunnelBear basically works like this. It creates a VPN, and you select whatever country. So for example, this would be Japan in this case. So I took a picture right here. So if you do the free service, which limits you by like 500 megabytes. So obviously, with how many episodes there are per month, you're gonna have to go through that pretty quickly. So you either can pay for like the service, and then after you get unlimited, right? But if you want to do it for free, the alternate to that is you just keep on making emails and accounts. Now, before I used to get like an app or whatever. It was a Japanese app, but I didn't know how to download it. And I like to download a lot of apps that are Japanese, like Japanese mobile games, right? And obviously, I don't have to do it after I download it, but before I still have to download it, and that's why I might take a little bit out of it. And there's probably some alternates where it says, oh, if you talk about, like you can see tweet right now, you get 1 gigabyte of free data. So you can constantly make emails if you don't want to pay for it, which honestly, that's really not that hard if you really don't want to pay for it, right? If you pay for it, that's your whole solution. That's it. TunnelBear works perfectly fine. I actually have a picture right here of me using it. It gets you right direct to there. And I'll leave a link, by the way, to the official Beyblade channel. It's like maybe 5.6 subs now. That's the channel where it should be there, just to watch it. And again, TunnelBear works for like iOS, and you can see there's the free where they give you by like limited by 500 megabytes, or you pay like, actually if you get the one for a year, it's not that bad for the price, or if you want to get it monthly. Regardless, the deals aren't really that bad. Like I'm gonna be honest, for what you want to get, and it's pretty relatively cheap. But again, I said a free method, so the other one I'm gonna give. And I've just tested this out. So, by the way, do this at your own caution and make sure you obviously double check. By the way, these are just things I'm offering, but double check. So this one is called Proton VPN. So this works I don't think you have to pay for anything. I've just tested this out. It works perfectly fine. And I was able to watch the episode. Obviously, I sent that with the IP, but I was able to watch the episode. So these are methods basically for how you can watch it. So I'll leave a link to TunnelBear and Proton VPN. I'm not going to be supporting anyone who basically, I guess, have sites where it just pirates the episodes, or I'm not going to link any... what would you say? Like anything that's basically not from the official source, right? That's why I'm not really a fan of like those whack AMVs where people just... It's dumb. It's dumb. So I basically gave you some methods on how to actually do. This is pretty simple and straightforward, and I've given you methods to actually support the official release and watch it on YouTube. This should work. So you should, I don't know what the actual time for the episode should be. Technically speaking, for here, even if the episodes come out the Friday, it's going to be for the Thursday for us, shouldn't it? That's how it works.
It's 5 p.m. in Japan.
Yeah, so that's going to be the Thursday for us. So actually, episodes are going to come a lot earlier than usual, which is super good, I guess. So I've given you basically methods on how it works. And to celebrate Beyblade Burst GT, I will do one battle with Ace Dragon and Bushin Asura. Something I really do like too is I'm really curious to see how in Beyblade Burst GT they're gonna work with these unique layer bases, and I really do hope something I miss in Beyblade is the emphasis in the anime is the emphasis on customization, right? Like I like the episodes where like the characters actually customize. I hope we maybe see more of that in GT, because with GT there's a lot more customization that goes this time around. So it'd be super cool if in the anime we could actually see, yeah, you can actually customize. Not just, you know, maybe one time they actually do it. I'd like to see a few episodes dedicated to that. See, Ace Dragon won. Hey, I might even do a video later on where Ace Dragon basically does its special move. But, I have done my best to explain, like, any official method to actually watch the series. It is interesting, too, that they've done it on YouTube. It's not really a loss either way. Like, there were other ways to watch it before, which we still have one more episode to go. Okay, so that's it. We have one more episode to go, which is episode 51, which there are easy ways to get around it. Like there is I don't know if I can say it, but obviously our sites where we are able to watch it, which for Beyblade Burst, like I'm just talking about watch it right then and there. I'm not talking about anything after. Like I just want to preface it saying too, whatever method you're gonna use it. But like I'll delete comments if they're saying maybe something that you shouldn't do. But we have episode 51, which is not anything I've talked about. I don't know if they're gonna upload the episode. Actually, they might. That's something else too. Actually, I'm pretty sure they do upload the episode. I don't know if they upload it on the main. No, they don't upload it on the main channel. They upload it on the Takaratomi YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure, because they upload the episode like a little bit after when it actually comes out. So you can use that same method too if you want to watch the episodes, or you just wait for the dub to eventually release it, which might take a while. Okay, but that's it. Those are all the methods. I said like or whatever. Comment if you have any issues or anything like that. I wanted to make this video very informative and important, so you're able to get it, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to enjoy this. So that's how you can watch it. I would kind of, it's also kind of in a way watching Beyblade Burst GT for free. And some of the method you might have to pay, but it honestly depends. Like, to be honest, just spend a little bit of money just to do it, or you can just do the method like the other one, Proton VA. Regardless, not VA, VPN I mean. But that's it for now. I don't want to take up any more time. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this works for you.